Hey, it's Aaron, and if you're watching this video right now, you might be checking out this website right here called Pawshake, and maybe you're wondering, is this legit? Can you really become a pet sitter, a dog sitter, and make some money from this part-time? How much do they really pay? How does this all work? Let's check it out, okay? Anytime if you want to find out my favorite way to get to $10,000 or more per month, 100% from home, click the link all the way at the bottom, and I'll share with you my favorite strategy. Now, on this channel, I have reviewed literally hundreds and hundreds of different ways to make money online. Some of them are really great, some of them are so-so. A lot of them though are a massive waste of time. So let's find out what Pawshake is all about. Can you really make money online using this particular online asset, or is it a big waste of time? All right. Now Pawshake is basically a pet sitting website mainly for dogs, okay? So if you have a look here, there's dog boarding, there's doggy daycare, there's walking, there's home visits, and there's house sitting. It's pretty cool, okay? Now, it's available in these countries right here. So if you live outside of one of these countries, unfortunately, you cannot get involved with Pawshake, okay? But it does cover quite a few countries, all right? A few Asian countries, a lot of the big English-speaking countries right here. Interestingly, they are not based in the US though, okay? So Europe, Australia, certain parts of Asia, and this is where they focus mainly on, right? So if you're located in these regions, you can become a dog sitter, right? So you would come right here to Pawshake, you would click on your country, all right? So we've clicked into Australia, right? And you would just click on become a sitter right here. Now, here's the thing about becoming a sitter, all right? Once you apply, make sure you fill in all of your details. It's very important that you take the time to fill out a nice profile. Have a great profile picture, preferably of an animal. Have a picture of an animal. It makes a big difference, because what's going to happen is you have to build up your profile, and I'll show you this in a second, right? Not every single person gets accepted, unfortunately, because a lot of people apply. A lot of people want to be dog sitters and use this as a side gig, and I'll show you this in a second, right? But this is how this works, okay? All you have to do, for a client is you would log on, you would find a verified pet sitter, right? You would arrange a meet and greet, okay? And then you would pay online. It's very, very simple, all right? And then you can leave, high reviews, things like that. And these are the different services that they offer, which we've spoken about earlier, right? You can also download the app, which I'll show you in a second, okay? Now, here's the thing, right? If you decide to become a sitter, all right? So, for example, or a walker, or somebody who, is going to look after dogs, then you have to understand that if your profile is brand new, people aren't necessarily going to click on you, all right? So if you look at this right here, I'm looking for dog walking, and this is Carlton in Melbourne, right? There are 2 reviews for Katerina. So generally, people that have reviews are going to rank higher in the ratings, all right? So if you create a brand new account and you have no reviews, it might take you a little bit of time before someone hires you, because generally people will want to work with people that have reviews, right? And so everybody starts from somewhere. And this is not one of those things, if you're brand new, that you're going to start making money straight away, okay? It might be weeks before somebody even hires you. So you just have to make sure that you do a good job of taking a nice picture, making sure you've got a nice profile, and make sure you don't charge too much or too little either. So if we look at the dog walking, and this is specifically for Melbourne, okay, in Australia, you can see people are charging between 20, 25. There's 17 here, a little bit less, right? One review for Yinan, 25, 22. This is more expensive, 35 for Erica, but she's got 5 reviews, right? Look at Anchel, she's got 30 reviews and she's charging $30, right? So perhaps Anchel started a little bit lower, and she raised the prices over time as she started to do it a lot, right? And she's doing really, really well, okay? And so it is, tricky. I think generally the people that charge a little bit more have higher reviews, okay? But again, if you have no reviews and you're charging a lot, then people might not hire you, right? So this is something that might take a little bit of time. It builds up, over a period of time. You can see here, Catherine has 4 recurring guests, right? So she's probably increased her prices over time, all right, if that makes sense. So that's what you're going to have to do as well. And that's just for dog walking. But if we come here to, for example, house sitting 24 hours, then you're going to get a whole different list of people, right? You see, it's like $50 a night. There's $70 a night. There's $40 a night. Right, $30, $60. So you can, charge different fees, whatever you want. But I think to be smart, you definitely should charge somewhere in the middle. If you are just getting started, you don't want to be too cheap because it sounds dodgy. You don't want to be too expensive, especially if you have no reviews, then no one's going to hire you, right? So again, it's going to take a little bit of time, all right? Now, how much does Pawshake charge and how does this really work? Okay, and this is very important. So I'm just going to come right back here so that you can see this. But the important thing that you have to understand is that Pawshake only approves 15% of sitter applications. That means that a lot of people, 85% of people will be rejected. So if you're trying to sign up for Pawshake, you have an 85% chance of being rejected, which means that you don't have a good chance of actually becoming a pet sitter, all right? They probably get a lot of applications. So that kind of sucks, right? But you know, they're trying to maintain their quality. I'm not sure exactly, you know, how you get approved, but you know, it's just one of those things where you're just going to have to give it a shot and understand that you have an 85% chance of being rejected, which is very, very high, okay? Now, if you do get approved, right, then you have to understand that you're going to be competing with a lot of people that have already got experience and they've been on the platform for a while. So if you're a new pet sitter, it's going to take you a little bit of time before you get jobs, right? Even if you do have a great profile, because you don't have any testimonials yet, right? Now, once you start getting jobs, okay, you also have to understand that Pawshake will take 19% of your fee. That means if you charge someone, you know, $20 for a dog walk, they are going to take, you know, $4 from you roughly, okay? Because that's how much they charge. So it's not super high, it's not super low, it's somewhere in the middle. I mean, they have to pay for their service, their websites, customer service, all that kind of stuff, right? So I think 20%, 19% is acceptable. It's very normal for freelance websites to charge 20%, but just understand that as well, all right? So the big question is how much money can you make from this? So first of all, they pay you directly through their platform, through bank transfer for the most part. It'll be different in different countries, but generally direct bank transfer, okay? How much you can make really depends on how much time you spend on this. First of all, if you get accepted as a pet sitter, which is a low chance, honestly, they only accept 15% of applications, then it takes a little bit of time to ramp up your profile and then you slowly start getting jobs. So it's one of those things where it's going to take a bit of time. If you do become a good pet sitter, you could make an okay amount of money, but it also depends. Maybe some weeks you get you know, a few jobs, maybe some weeks you don't get any jobs, right? Again, it depends on a little bit of luck and how proactive you are on the platform, your location as well. You know, if you're based in a part of the world where you're in an urban area or an area where there are a lot of people looking for pet sitters and, you know, pet boarders and things like that, it's also a little bit of luck, right? Location has a big part to play with it as well, okay? So give it a shot. I think it's definitely something, if you love animals, if you love dogs, it's something, you know, that you can definitely consider. It's definitely not a guaranteed way to make money though, because there are a few hoops that you have to jump through. But for the most part, Pawshake has had some great reviews, okay? A lot of people have downloaded this platform. 3.8 stars over 5 stars over Google Play. I've been through the reviews and generally very good. There are a couple of customer service issues here and there, but in general, it's a great app. If you can become a successful pet sitter, and there are some big ifs here because it is going to take a little bit of time for you to sort of rank high, if that makes sense, okay? If you want to check them out, pawshake.com, and then you can choose your country right there, and then you can click on becoming a sitter and you can sign up with them, all right? Now, if you're here watching this video right now, maybe you are looking for a way to make money online. On this channel, I have reviewed literally hundreds and hundreds of strategies to make money online, all sorts of different websites, business models, you know, courses, things like that. I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, out of all the good ones, and I've tried a lot of these strategies, there's one strategy that I use online to quit my full-time job in April 2019. I actually 5 times my old corporate salary, and I used to make a lot of money in corporate, right? And now I've quit. I work 100% from home. I think this is a great strategy for beginners and people that have never made money online before. Of course, it takes a little bit of work, but if you want to find out what that is, click the link all the way at the bottom, and I've got a free masterclass that will show you exactly how I did it step by step. I hope you enjoyed this review of Pawshake, and I will see you on another video review. Take care.